nice to be out amongst so many people. I do spend a lot of time on my own. I live on my own. I do like living on my own, though. When I first decided I wanted to live on my own, my mum and dad don't really understand why people would want to live on their own. My mum said, people only live on their own if they've got no friends. And then my dad made me look up the word hermit in a dictionary. But my dad, he did give me some good advice when I was looking for flats. He said, I don't think you should get one that's got a balcony. So what with living on your own, there will be a high suicide risk. Just wondered if I should have been bearing that in mind when I was viewing properties. You know, is that oven gas or electric? Is that light fitting really strong? Could have told a decent weight. 10 stone. Fuck off. 11 stone. And a half. And another fucking half. But I like living on my own. Does anybody else live on their own? Give us a wave if you live on your own. We've got a nice lady here. What's your favourite thing about living on your own, love? The telephone. I like that you did that. Just in case, it's just the north I live in. It's not, the dark ages. The telephone. Why, did somebody not let you have a telephone in the old days when you lived with other people, you poor bugger? Did you live under the stairs? In what way, the telephone? So I can speak to people, she said. No, I know what a telephone's for, love. It's going to be one of those nights, isn't it? Who else lived on their own? Give us another wave. Hello, flower. Nice lady at the back there. What do you like about living on your own, love?
Walking around naked.
Walking around naked. Here's a confident woman. No, it's good, because I've got a friend who lives on her own. I said, what's your favourite thing about living on your own? She said, whenever I do a massive fart, I go, good girl. You can have that if you like. Lady at the back, is it a flat or a house that you've got?
Flat.
A flat. And if somebody broke into your flat while you were in it, what would you hit them with? Have you thought this through?
Not so much.
No, well, let's have a think now. If you're like... We've got a fixer. If you're like in the living room, for example, is there something to hand that you could clobber somebody with?
Remote control?
A remote control, you see? Multi-purpose. I can watch whatever telly I like and I can fucking hit somebody. No, because I asked a lady recently and she didn't know either, and I said, what's normally to hand? And she went, empty bottles? So I don't even think you'd notice if somebody broke in. I don't care who you are. Shut the door on your way out. So I can feel a fucking draft. My friend's got a rounders bat down the side of her bed. For protection. But she's been told by a policeman that that's not allowed. It's classed as an offensive weapon. The only way she's allowed to have a rounders bat down the side of her bed is if it's accompanied by something it would normally accompany. So now she's got a rounders bat and a rounders ball as well. And I'm the same, because I've got a massive knife and a massive fork. So if somebody breaks in with a big lump of steak, I'm champion. But I live in a flat as well, and the flat directly opposite mine has been empty the whole time that I lived there, so I just never bothered getting any curtains. And I regularly wander around in just me knickers, because I'm 35 and I don't give a shit. But a friend came around for a cup of tea and she said, have you noticed that some young lads have just moved into the flat opposite you? I said, oh, I hadn't noticed. She said, don't you think it's time you got yourself some curtains? So as far as I'm concerned, if some young lads are looking at me wandering round in me knickers, I'm still the winner. Just wonder how long it's going to be before they get fucking curtains. Look at me. Shh. Please.